Hi there. This time I want to share with you a little bit of a different yoga practice. This is very much a self-care yoga practice, and I like to call it jaw yoga because we tend to carry a lot of tension. And I'm one of these people that I both clench and grind my teeth, and at night I wear an occlusal guard to help prevent damage to my teeth and help me reduce my headaches. So I got into doing a lot of these little jaw exercises, both on the advice of my dentist and my physical therapist. So, and what I notice is that like jaw tension tends to end up in our neck and then ends up in our shoulders as well. So this is a little jaw yoga that you can do for yourself. Now, this first one, I recommend, although you could do this standing or maybe walking around, I recommend that this one be seated the first few times, and then once you get the hang of it, this is a great one to do in bed. So if you find yourself you've got a little insomnia going on, you might do a little jaw yoga for yourself and help relieve some tension in the jaw. So something I want to say, we're going to be pressing on the jaw. I want you to be really delicate and careful. This is a time to really notice when the body's telling you, hey, no, that's too much. So if it ever feels really sharp, that like you stab yourself with a pencil feeling, that's too much pressure, too much pushing. So really back it off, be really mindful of that. Same with any kind of yoga. If you can't breathe, you've gone too far. So the first thing we're gonna do is just reach our hands in there, and I'm gonna pause a lot in this one because a lot of times in this one, what really is helpful is if you just take and go, ah. Yep, just let the jaw relax a little bit. And then just start drawing your fingers down the sides. Right? And go a little forwards and back. Right? You know, the jaw makes that line up here, and then it comes down and makes literally the jawline. So you're going all along the edge of your jaw and back up. And just do that a few times, right? Back and forth with the jaw a little hanging. Something I want to say while you do that just a couple more times is if you touch in there and you're like, oh, I had no idea my jaw was so tender, you might get a little bit of cream with arnica or gel. You can get these at a lot of different supermarkets now. In the muscle ache section. And arnica can reduce inflammation, especially topically like this. So this is one of those times that you could actually get a little in there and put that along that whole jawline, right? One of the reasons it's good, just not just for your dental health to keep your jaw a little less tensioned, is that your sinuses and a lot of the lymphatic system drains here through the side of the neck. And you might even just take your fingers and go from the jaw here to the side of the neck. I'm using the little outside edges of my fingers, and I'm just going down the side of my neck a little bit. Right. Really lightly. I'm using my pinky fingers, right? And then I'm going to go back up the jaw, and I'm going to start doing the same thing, and I pull down, and I'm using the outside of my pinky fingers, and I let my jaw relax a little bit, and I go, and I pull down lightly. Really gently. Go right up to the very top, right? Get your pinky fingers up there at the edge, and very gently pull down. Kind of hold that a little bit, and slide the fingers down. And do just that one a couple times. Kind of nestle the edge of the pinky finger there into the side of the jaw and slide it down. One more of those. Nestle in there. Press a little bit gently, carefully. Keep that pressure up as you pull down and slide. All right. Ooh, I got a little pop there. Wiggle those fingers. Now we're gonna do one more thing, and here's again, gentle, gentle pressure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let my jaw hang, and then I'm gonna very carefully, remember the jaw has this upwards bit that is this big line of bone here. And so I'm very gonna carefully press on that jawbone and push it over just a little bit to stretch here. So it looks like this. This is one of those, I'm telling you all of this because I can't talk once I start doing it. So I let my jaw relax. And then let it release. I forget to tell you, I'll pause once I get it to relax. And you may have noticed that it kind of was like, no, oh, and then I'll relax, and then it moved a little bit more. So if your jaw's doing it that way too, totally normal. So I'm gonna do the other side now. I relax. And then I let that release. And then I'm gonna take and just, right, little kind of little wiggly massage fingers, right? Really gently and carefully over the whole thing, right? You could even get, oh, right there in the front of those sinuses. Little movement. Get along the bottom edge too, right on that corner. Go right along the bottom edge. All the way up to your chin. And then all the way back. Right. And then you might just take your hands and clasp the hands over the sides of the jaw. Take a few deep breaths like this. Warm up the sides of your jaw with your hands. You can even shift the hands if you think, oh, a little better spot. And then I want you to go from cupping your jaw really tenderly to just giving yourself a little squeeze. Tuck your chin and your jaw down for a moment. And squeeze. And we're gonna open the jaw, open the arms up wide, and as we do, I want you to open the mouth up wide, go, ah. And then give yourself another little squeeze. Put the other arm on top. Tuck your nose down. And then release and reach up again and go, ah, with your jaw. And then go, ah, down. So we're gonna do a couple of exaggerated sighs. This is another little jaw release. A sigh is also just a wonderful way to release some pent up stress, anxiety, worry, anger. Just go, all right. So periodically, in these autumn months, there's a lot going on for people living in the United States with the elections and everything else. Just periodically check in. Does your jaw feel like it's made of iron? Maybe it's time for a little jaw yoga. And try it seated a couple times just to get the feel for everything, where you put things. And then again, try it lying down. If you're lying in bed thinking about the state of the world, it's time for a little jaw yoga as well. So I thank you for joining me for this practice. May we all be at ease. May we be well. May we be peaceful. Shanti, 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 everyone. Thank you.